Modelo Especial for the 60-win top-seeded visiting of last season to round out that starting lineup. And for Detroit, Jack 2008 against Paul Pierce's Celtics, I might add.
Oh, I love beating Paul Pierce.
Here is Jackson racing around. The shot clock down to 4, a little behind Kennard. He's able to make something of it. And Kennard the rebound.
You'll take that if you're the Detroit Pistons. Pull up three from Bledsoe.
And
he's already made an impact.
Jackson loses it. Bledsoe is a beast defensively. In transition, he lays it in. And that's it.
This Pistons team starting to get on the defensive end, getting stops.
Drummond denied by Lopez. 2 a game. Lopez, a deep one, is good. Here came from 3, up from 41% last year. As Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe, wicked crossover, and the finish.
Thought it was growth in the pick and roll.
Griffin tried to sell foul number 2 instead. Already a couple of rejections, another try for Drummond here. Jackson will fire and hit. For the first 2 games of any playoff series in NBA history. Ilyasova buries the 3. Griffin sizing up Giannis. Griffin using the muscle on the tip. Looking to take Middleton. Ellington will pull and hit.
He's a great facilitator.
Ellington had struggled from 3 the first 2 games, not so far tonight. And it hasn't been a strong
scores table. You have Brook coming back in, another great shooter.
Griffin finds the open man. Drummond, not his game. Ish Smith will use speed more than shot. Middleton hits it. This is starved for basketball to get back to what it was when you guys went to 6 straight Eastern Conference finals.
Jump circle.
A 7-0 Milwaukee run. Brown, again, given a lot of space on the perimeter, what Chauncey's talking about. And Brown, Sterling that is, and Andre Drummond get into it. As the whistles come in, the tensions rise and the crowd elevates.
Didn't quite see everything that happened here, but
Bledsoe, the acceleration, couldn't finish it, but Hill can lead this year. Lopez putting it on the floor again. His floater is good. It's missed its last 9 shots. In the corner, Mirotic hits the 3. DJ Wilson trying to hang with Griffin. Griffin finishes in the foul. Milwaukee is led by as many as 11 as Antetokounmpo has his first bucket of the game.
You watch there, Blake Griffin backs all the way off of Giannis.
Nice delivery inside, and another shoot up by Jackson. Shot clock down to 8. Antetokounmpo, the Euro step and the glide.
And he's 1 or 2 steps away from Euro stepping, and that was a layup. He couldn't maybe dunk that.
Griffin connects. Antetokounmpo will fire. Short. Rebound right back to him. That's more his game.
There you go, Ray, from almost half court of dunking on anybody.
He had the most points in the paint per game as Ellington hits the jumper 3 seasons.
Anytime you mention with Shaq, I mean, you know you're doing something special.
Nice.
Long game, Double R. It's a long game.
Just his 2nd playoff series. Swept by Cleveland a few seasons ago is Lopez.
You know, talking to them, I mean, they've been pretty good, but they haven't won a playoff series together.
Drummond squeezes it in.
I like hearing that last stat.
Oh, yeah. You weren't used to that.
Oh, no.
At 3, softly laid. Playoff games for the Pistons.
Is that what it was?
It was.
It's a lot of games in the playoffs,
That's
man.
right. Kennard gets the whistle.
Every single time.
Middleton with Drummond switched on him, and Drummond's going to get called for the foul. Spins inside, lost it. Lopez got hit. No call. Bledsoe able to spin it in off the window, and the lead is swelled.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he plays defense.
The Bucks as a team do. Ellington hits the 3. Giannis unable to finish. Bledsoe keeps it alive, and Maker comes up with a rejection. That is a deep one.
There's a foul that happens.
Ish Smith circling, accelerating, and finding Maker. Open up their facility sometimes at 2 in the morning after road trips as Adetokounmpo lays directing traffic. He has 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. In his return from a knee injury, scoops that in fast break points. That was an area they dominated in the regular season and the first 2 games of this series.
Blake is not moving as well this half, Double R. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah. Bledsoe rocks the rim. Extension a couple months ago in season. Bledsoe, the catch and the finish.
I knew that he was special in this league, but I'll be honest, there were times where he didn't even know. I would have to convince him. Nice shot by Blake Griffin on a guy like Blake Griffin because they gave up a ton. But you do that for times like this.
Bledsoe. Moments of the second quarter, Milwaukee really took control. They've continued it here in the third. Griffin! Oh, what a finish! He has the last 6 Pistons points. Bledsoe has the last 6 Bucks points. Middleton ends that.
You can't have a lot of empty possessions, in particular in a row.
Middleton, truth on a 3.
They rush to their spots. They get there. They're disciplined. I mean, they just a good basketball team that I've seen before. I mean, he has been unbelievable all season long, but so has Giannis. So Double R.
Pretty incredible. Nice look to the corner from Adetokounmpo on the 3.
Defense is picked up.
Griffin loses it. 4-on-2 developing. Brown on the attack. Griffin barrels in and finishes. Galloway, meanwhile, 1 of 6 from 3 in this game. Smith, the blow-by, and the leg. Blake, the crab dribble. Couldn't lay it in. Can't tip it in. How about a third try? Sure. It's a little bit gimpy after that last possession. He's still in as Lopez. Giannis getting a breather for Milwaukee. Jackson lines it up and knocks it down. Bledsoe's jumper is good. Eric Jackson leads it and Drummond finishes it. Giannis using the Euro. Drummond with the denial. Smith pushing. Playoff series win longest in the NBA. Drummond oops the edge. Detroit. Griffin on the bench now for the Pistons. Adetokounmpo into the paint and the soft touch. 6-12 in game 2. 14-9 so far tonight. Ish Smith. Nice delivery and eventually Adetokounmpo did just enough to bother him on a potential attempt.
That length. You're never comfortable in the series. Middleton
somehow got away with that.
What I've seen James do this season, I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Middleton lays it in Detroit for their first playoff game ever at Little Caesars Arena. This place was fired up early in this game. So a lot of good still to come for this Pistons team, just clearly overmatched at the moment by the team who had the best record in the NBA this year.
Well, they're just, in all honesty, they're playing against a better team, Ryan.
Yep.
I mean, they really are. This team swept them in the regular season, and now
3 seconds remaining. And the first half, a lot of back and forth. Great play from Griffin, but
Neil.
I guess that means I know what's happening post game for me in my wallet.
That's right.
Smith hits the 3. It will count. Game over. Milwaukee on a mission, taking care of business. They take a commanding 3-0 series lead with a 119-103 win over the Pistons.